Nope. So you're up. I'm gonna grab some paper and work copy.
So I have Brian Kinsman here playing his Rainbow Jund, as you've seen a couple times already. So, Brian,
Hey guys.
could you tell me more about the deck, how you arrived at it, and what are it's his game plan exactly?
Well, usually I play some version of blue-white decks, either blue-white Stoneblade or Miracles or some other spicy stuff. But I thought it might be helpful for the event, for my chances in the event, to try and switch it up and play something, because I think blue-white isn't really well positioned right now. So I decided to reach outside the box, and one of the things I learned in my testing on MTGO was that it's really stressful to try and play blue-white, because the combo decks pull it in one direction, and the Ren and 6 decks pull it in another, and it's not really the bully on the block anymore. So I thought it would be really good for me to just switch it up into something different. So the Jund obviously has some problems kind of with combo, but not exactly, because the combo decks in the metagame here are really, they're not linear. It's not like everyone's playing just Storm or just Turbo Depths. So a lot of random cards are still effective. You can keep in an Abrupt Decay or Storm and hit a Lion's Eye Diamond randomly, and there are a lot of creature-based combo decks like Infect and other things. Elvish Reclaimer. All the little guys and Turbo Depths and stuff like that. So the removal seems really good. Just having a really big removal package. And Ren and 6, of course, is really effective because it helps with your mana base. So I have the Mox Diamond Chalice thing going to try and interact with combo, and a sideboard that's pretty devoted to combo. But other than that, I mostly just thought the deck list was really fun. I based it kind of off of a deck that I saw from a tournament in Japan. I can't remember the name of the deck creator, but he top-8'd with this deck. In fact, he got 3rd place, and the 1st place was a Delver and a Turbo Depths decks, and there were some other decks there, and I was if this deck can win with all this removal and that kind of meta, maybe I should give it a chance. So I played it, and I talked to a couple people about it, and kind of ended up deciding that a few of the cards were pretty loose. So I was messing around with it, and I just got the cards for it a few days ago, so I haven't play tested it much. But what was I saying? Sorry. I just got the cards for it a few days ago, so I haven't had a chance to play test it. But I was trying to decide between whether or not I take apart the combo with a Phyrexian Dreadnought. Yeah, you heard that right. There's a Phyrexian Dreadnought in here, and actually a blue splash. So the whole let me start over. So the whole rainbow thing is basically the reason why I wanted to call this the rainbow Dreadnought deck is because originally I was playing all 5 colors. I cut the white cards from the sideboard, so there's only 4 colors, even though there are still Caracas. But I'm playing Leovold in the main and an Oko, and I was gonna try and find another Oko to play in the list, but I ended up just sticking with it. So it's kind of this grindy, planeswalkery type of feel. And then I'm playing Scroll of Fate. So if you guys don't know what that card does, it's a 3-mana artifact that basically lets you put a card in your hand face down on the table as a 2/2 creature. So it's kind of like morphing, but you can do it at instant speed, and then it gives that creature the ability to flip up for its mana cost, and they can't respond to that because they're unmorphing it. It's a special game action. So I play the Leovold, and if I put Leovold down and I pay fetch for an Underground Sea, or if I have Mox Diamond, I can pay the blue to flip it up, and that's really effective against combo. If I play Sneak and Show and they think that they're gonna get a bunch of Gristlebrand draws, then I can put that down and try and draw into some a Liliana's Triumph. But there's basically an angle for this deck to attack, I feel, almost every matchup. And the thing is in combo matchups where I want to end the game fast, they don't know what face down card is what, so I can put a couple of them down and just pay the 1 mana to flip up the Dreadnought, and I actually hit Alexander Tash. He was playing Storm, and I hit him earlier in the match. I was attack for 2. He's okay, I'm at 14 or 6. Yeah, I think he was at 16. He's okay, I'll go to 14. I'm no, I'm gonna pay a mana, and he's oh, I'm at 4. So
I was wondering if you had pulled it off yet. We hadn't seen it on camera, but we were hoping to see it.
yeah, I thought I was gonna play this event and scrub out, but I decided to kind of go with my heart and play the fun cards, and it turned out that they're still really effective. Like I just played Infect, and I got the Brennan 6 ultimate off in game 3, and I had 3 punishing fires in my graveyard, and I kept the Ren alive, and I was like, bring back a land, and I just like blasted him with a chalice on the field. I was like, okay, hit you for 2, hit you for 2, hit you for 2. So it's kind of slow, but it's hard to interact with because there's so many different permanent types and so much removal. So if you're trying to play an aggressive strategy against me, like I'm gonna interact with you very well. If you try to play a combo against me, I'm gonna have some kind of card that can usually interact that you have to remove. And so I like the deck so far. I think it's pretty good. I think if people knew exactly what I was playing, like I might have like a harder time if they knew to like sometimes in game 1 they don't see the Scroll of Fate. But if there were more random decks around, like playing copies of Sorcerer's Spyglass and other random like artifact and permanent removal type stuff, then I might have a harder time. Because if you can kill the walkers and you can kill the artifacts, then I basically can't kill you. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's worked out for you so far. Now we saw you against Elves and Rug Delver, and your deck seems like very well positioned to like keep a lid on like small creature strategies between the Brennan 6, the Punishing Fires. So.
Yeah, the biggest deck concession I think I made in the building process of this was not putting in something like Toxic Deluge or like you were saying, I think the Plague Engineer. Did you say that? And so those were some cards I was thinking of. If I had to run into like a lot of Infect, I think Plague Engineer is pretty good because I think you name. No, I'm not sure if Noble Hierarch's a human, but I know you can name like one creature and that keeps that off the field, or you can name whatever the creature type is for like Inkmoth Nexus that keeps that off until they remove it, and they're not playing Lightning Bolt, so they can't just get your stuff off the table. So there are a lot of good permanents there. But I just made that concession. I was like, I'm just gonna focus more on combo, and if I play those, I'll rely on like Punishing Fire and stuff, and it's worked out so far.
Nice. Well, good job, Brian.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for coming in here and filling us all in, and the viewers at home.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, guys. Hoping to make top 8. I want to flip the Dreadnought on the screen, so we'll see if I get there.
Hopefully we'll get to see that. It's Brian Kinsman, currently 3-1. So we'll be seeing him in the top 8 a little bit later. So back to our match right now. It's a mirror match of 2 Infect players, Alan Hobson and Justin Beck. I know Alan's been playing this deck for years, so he's no stranger to Infect. And Justin, I believe, has also been a longtime player. So they both know what's going on here. See, Justin already has his unblockable Infect creature.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I think the lists are over there.
I don't have the list. You have the list.
Yeah, put them in the back here. Sweet. So I'm just looking over these 2 lists, seeing how they differ. Looks like Alan's running 1 Jace Vryn's Prodigy and 1 Viridian Corruptor. So he's running an extra Infector creature. Piracy Charm.
A lot of weird stuff. Yeah, this is basically just kind of, I mean, is this just 2 combos off first, or is there a control-y route that someone can take? I guess that's going to be the question.
It looks like no, there's no control aspect. I know some lists, I've seen them run Renin 6, fit that card into here, give them that option. But no even third splash of any colors in either of these lists.
So this is, it looks like Justin Beck is... So what have I missed? So Alan Hobson has a lot of poison, is that what we're saying?
missed it interviewing Kinsman.
Yeah, sorry, I was
No,
preparing.
I'm gonna go find out.
It's okay. I think we're gonna find out very quickly.
I wonder if we have a poison counters icon.
Yeah, that's it. It's right here. So that was 6. That was no moss.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So Beck gets their 1-0.
Sideboarding. Alan Hobson. 2 Oko Thief of Crowns, 2 Force of Vigors, 1 Crop Rotation, 1 Mystical Dispute, which I'm not sure exactly what that does. A Veil of Summer, a Submerge, a Flusterstorm, a Dismember, a Surgical, 1 Hydroblast, 1 Force of Will, and then a Bajukabog and a Caracas to search up its crop rotations. So
it's still just generally who gets there first.
yeah.
Very easily that one person just combos off on the other person,
Yeah.
and we move on with our lives.
Basically.
Okay.
Justin Beck is running 1 Dismember, Surgical, Spell Pierce, 1 Hydroblast, a Caracas, a Wasteland, a Bajukabog, a Force of Vigor, and 1 Sylvan Library, and then 2 copies each of Flusterstorm, Crop Rotation, and Viridian Corruptor.
So I mean, what could be fun is Alan has 2 copies of Oko Thief of Crowns in his sideboard.
Might get to see that card.
Turn all the infect creatures into 3/3 elk that don't have infects.
That seems like a...
I mean, I think that would just turn on a straight beatdown plan, though.
Let's go the regular route.
Regular old damage.
Let me look up Mystical Dispute.
Mystical Dispute. Let's take a look.
It's one I'm not familiar with.
I'm guessing it's a counter spell.
Sounds like a discount.
It is a blue spell that counters blue spells.
Oh, okay.
It's a mana leak that costs 3, so 2 and a blue, straight up. It just costs 1 blue if it's countering a blue spell.
Okay.
So it's a mage on mage action.
Never a bad call when you're playing Legacy. Blue's so
Never a bad call, yeah. I mean, they don't have Hydroblast or anything, so it's just a blue Hydroblast at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, each of these players are playing 1 Hydroblast each, but...
Well, oh, sorry, Pyroblast.
Yeah.
They're not playing red, so it's the straight blue
Yeah.
counterspell.
They're both gonna bring in their Dismembers for sure. It seems like obvious inclusion. Any form of court creature.
I'm not even exactly sure what they bring in or don't bring in. Does it really matter? Does it not matter?
It's whoever gets that fatal hit in.
Yep. Well, who swings? Neither of them are really playing any removal, so it's basically kind of a race. Would you say that?
Yeah, I think so. Just getting your disruption.
Online. I mean, disruption is just base counter spells. Mm-hmm. Do they have the Force of Will for the Berserk? Do they have the...
Yeah.
I mean, Hobson fired off, trying to stave off elimination. Literally on his tournament life here. Land Hierarch. Good start.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's not a Glistener Elf, then it's probably the next thing you want.
Follows with Fetch Land, Noble Hierarch. Both Misties and both White Border Tropical Islands. We have some twin action going on.
I think the Daisies would probably be worthwhile in this matchup to keep in. Seems like the mana is so tight.
Seems like when they go for that flurry of spells at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, both decks are just running a surprising amount of counter spells, so I don't really... We have a daze on Justin Beck's Noble Hierarch. Does not resolve. So that would put Hobson squarely 1 turn ahead of him.
Yeah.
Or the same, I guess. It's kind of weird. 1, 2. We have the unblockable.
Just wondering, does Justin have his own days? But I guess that'd be terrible from his position.
Yeah, that would be the official time walk. Now they both have the Nexuses. Okay, kiddos. Here we are.
In fact, it's probably like one of the scariest.
Alan Hobbs, Justin Beck, putting it all on the table right now.
Just die at any minute.
Yep.
Against, Infect.
No pumps, there's 2. There's another one.
Good.
Okay, but the scary part is that Justin Beck can in fact just kill him at this point.
Yeah. Let's see what he's able
So as the casters, we just get to sit here and hold our breath. Is this the end of the game? Is this the end of the game? I mean, doesn't necessarily look like he has the proverbial nuts.
Yeah, I think I see a Become Immense in Justin's hand. It's definitely the best of the pump ones. One of the best, I should say.
It's the biggest one. Invigorate has to be the best one.
Yeah, that's true. I think
I know, Become Immense might be the worst of the pump spells. Because then you're comparing it with Vines.
You keep it untargetable.
They keep it untargetable card, yeah.
Yeah. And Invigorate definitely sets this apart from the modern version.
Is he dead now? Is anybody dead now? Hobson. Three or 4 cards in his hand. Attacks for 2. No pump spells. There's the land. I see the Mystical Dispute in his hand, it looks like. Beck's hand has a lot of things in it.
Yeah.
We see 1. Okay, that's what he's going for. Because we see the Invigorate, and you said you pegged to Become Immense.
So he could
That is dead. That is 10.
could do it next turn. See if he gets a second.
With an unblockable. Just can't get there.
I'm trying to see if Alan has any defenses in his hand.
I mean, I see a counterspell. There's the Dismember. On his turn, which means if he wants to keep it alive, he has to waste a pump spell right now.
Yeah.
Alex round 2, and I didn't have any removal.
Which is a big reason. So this is a correctly timed Dismember.
It's always kind of counterintuitive, but definitely the right call.
Yeah. I mean, strangely enough, in this instance, since he's ahead and he has his foot on the gas pedal, like casting it on Justin's turn doesn't really seem like it's a bad thing.
That's true, yeah.
Like in response to the pump spell, like because he has to have both of them.
Yeah.
Because he has to have pump spell and then Justin has to cast an additional pump spell. It's not like any other way works then. Like Justin has to cast both spells, and Alan can just kind of get him.
Yeah. So he's letting the haze.
Pays for the days.
Yeah, looks like it.
Flusterstorm. Which is going to be why he dazed in the first place.
Yeah.
Then the Submerge, top of the library. I guess that works too.
Does he have enough mana to just win here? I don't know. Invigorate.
dead.
Oh, wow.
That's the 10. He doesn't have enough to...
Ah.
Why didn't he cast the Berserk? I guess the Berserk didn't do it last time.
Yeah, he's only been swinging for
Justin Beck beats Alan Hobson.
Infect Mirror match. That was fast.
Infect mirror match.
Yeah, he had only been attacking for 2 poison each turn, so the Berserk wouldn't have mattered.
Okay, I'm gonna go see if anything actually matters or if we're getting to the finals here.
It's fine. It's my excuse to leave, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I gotta work night shift, so
Oh, fun.
no.
I've been there.
Yeah, 10 hours.
Been there.